The Navy is retiring one of its most famous ships tomorrow, the USS Enterprise. The world's first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier has seen many battles. As David Martin reports, its worst moment did not come from enemy fire.
For half a century, from the Cuban Missile Crisis to Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan, the USS Enterprise has been there. But this was its moment of truth, a fire that erupted one morning in 1969 as the Enterprise was conducting a final battle drill before heading to Vietnam. Michael Carlin saw it happen.
20 seconds after the first ones went off, and now the whole deck's, now it's all aflame, you know, it's leaping from one aircraft to another. The other rockets went off.
The exhaust from a service vehicle had ignited one of the rockets, setting off a chain reaction of explosions.
The shaped charge from these warheads blew across deck and lit those aircraft off over there and just mowed down everybody that was in the way.
In addition to rockets, each aircraft was armed with 6 500-pound bombs, which started cooking off, blowing away sailors trying to fight a fire fed by jet fuel.
This whole back area where we're standing now is in flames.
It's in flames, and with these things going off here, there, everything was destroyed.
The silent video taken by a deck camera doesn't capture the searing heat or the concussions from 500-pound bombs which Michael Neville, then just 18, faced head-on.
Even in between the detonations, it's just the fire itself. It's just a constant roar. It's just sort of all-consuming roar.
He learned firsthand what the old cliche, never give up the ship, really means.
Were you scared up here?
There's no doubt that I was scared. I have no memory of being scared, but I know that I was scared.
You had to be.
I had to be. I'd be crazy if I wasn't.
A destroyer came alongside with fire hoses lashed to its gun barrels and tried to help. But the fire was beyond the power of men to control.
Till all the fuel burned out, till the weapons burned out. I mean, you could hit them with everything you had and you weren't stopping this. You were not stopping this.
15 aircraft were destroyed. A hole was blown through 2.5 inches of steel, sending burning jet fuel cascading onto the decks below. 28 men died, more than 300 were injured. But the Big E, as it is called, survived. 51 days after it limped into Pearl Harbor for repairs, it was on its way to Vietnam. Now it has come home for the last time, to Norfolk, Virginia, to be taken out of service. No planes will ever launch from this flight deck again.
I see what it was like that day, because you don't get rid of that memory.
Former crewmen are coming back with their families to say their goodbyes. Among them, the two Michaels, Carlin and Neville, who were there the day the Big E almost died. For CBS This Morning, David Martin, Norfolk, Virginia.
Real people tell such poetic and eloquent stories, don't they?
Absolutely, and what an incredible aircraft carrier in our nation's history. Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and the thousands that have served on that ship.
And as I was watching that, I was wondering, what happens to these ships? Where do they go when they're retired?
Yeah, I know. It'll be in Norfolk for a while, I guess, and then we'll see what happens next. Incredible.